Hello beautiful people, and in today's session we're going to be looking at releasing any tension that we may be gathering in our body. Sometimes you just, especially in the shoulders, the jaw, maybe even the hips, we just gather this tension and the stress that we're not aware of, and by avoiding things we're actually giving them more power. So today we're going to tap in to any of the stresses that we have and release them and send them out into the world. So, as always, we're coming to our mats. Stand in my mountain pose, so my feet are hip width apart and facing forward. I'm just going to close my eyes. Take a nice deep breath. And I'm just going to start by rocking forwards and backwards ever so slightly, just shifting from the ball of my foot to the heel of my foot. Just moving as much as I feel I'm comfortable with. Noting if my legs are staying straight, my hips are staying in line with my legs, my core, my shoulders. Just trying to really keep that alignment, that straight line running from the top of the head all the way down to the feet. Moving the body gently forwards and backwards with this. Just becoming aware of the placement of the body. Maybe if it's easier to have the weight forward or back. And what part of your body wants to relax. What bit wants to duck wherever it is. So still keeping that core engaged, that belly button pulling in towards the spine. And then in your next exhale, you're just going to find a middle ground. So you're going to try and find the weight between your balls of your feet and your heels. You're going to lengthen your head up towards the sky as if there's a gentle thread pulling you up. You're going to spread all 10 toes on the floor, feeling the weightedness of the lower body. Releasing any tension in the ankles, the knees, the hips. And then you're just going to gently sway side to side, shifting the weight little by little between the right and the left foot. Here I'm imagining like I'm the flame of a candle. I can either move with this perfect alignment again, or I can allow some movement in the spine, like a snake or a candle flame dancing. I want the head and the neck to fall heavy, shoulders to lift up and down. Keeping that length, that straightness in the lower body. The legs staying straight. And then maybe bending into that as well if that fits you. Just feeling the groundedness and the weight of the floor. And now the freeness of the upper body. Moving as big or as slow as you feel is right. Imagine yourself as a candle flame dancing. I'm just going to stay with this for 3 more breaths. And on your next exhale, just coming back to a centre position, finding your body weight again between the heels and the feet, spreading all 10 toes on the floor. Taking a nice deep breath. As we exhale, we're going to bend those knees, keeping the body upright for now. And you're just going to turn the head from left to right. Doing this in your own time, in your own breath. Moving as far across as you can. Keeping your knees over your toes, yourself grounded, your core engaged. As you exhale, coming back to centre. You're going to drop that head forward so the chin is meeting the chest. Then you're going to continue that roll, starting from the upper, the back to the bottom, as you're bringing your head closer and closer to the ground. Taking your time in dropping here, resting your hands either on your legs, on your feet, or on the floor, wherever is comfortable. And now feeling your head moving towards the ground and your hips moving up towards the sky. Allow your head to fall heavy as you notice the sensation of the blood flow changing. renewing and restoring. The engagement of the legs, the openness and the lifting of the hips. So straighten our spine. Exhale, crouching onto the floor, finding a seated position. From here, as you always do, we're going to lengthen the spine. The knees pointed up to the ceiling, the hands are going to rest on top of the feet, and we're going to fold our head down towards the legs, allowing them to support us. Just being gentle and kind to ourselves right now as we're gently opening up the back. Opening up this idea of letting go. It's hard to release the tension in the neck and in the head. It's hard to just allow your head to fall. So don't worry if you're not touching right now. Just stay wherever you are. You stay here for a few breaths. Feeling the connection of the hands and the feet. Noticing maybe the warmth of the hands, maybe the fingers, you could trace them, noticing the weight. Feeling the body expand and contract as you're breathing. Every inhale, your belly moving towards your legs, and every exhale, your belly moving towards yourself. And stay here for 3 more breaths, just finding comfort again in either the touch, the warmth, the breath, to allow you to relax just that little bit more. And the next exhale, you're just going to roll the spine back up from the bottom, up to the top, and straightening out that right leg in front of us, keeping that left knee bent. You're going to bring it as close into the chest as you can, and just start by giving it a gentle hug, lengthening the spine, feeling the shoulders moving down away from the ears. Feeling again that nice natural breath. As you exhale, we're going to twist our spine towards that left-hand side, keeping that right leg straight, that left knee pointed up to the ceiling. Gently stretching in the hamstrings, maybe even in the hips. Shoulders are pulled down, the head is lifted up. You can either support yourself with your left hand or join your hands together at the elbows. And as you exhale, coming back to a straight position, allowing that left knee to fall towards the floor. My left foot is resting above my knee. And I'm just going to fold my body over, my head working towards my right leg. But again, here's not about flexibility, it's just being gentle, allowing everything to open in its time. My hands are resting on the floor wherever is comfortable, one hand on either side of the leg. Now on the head to bow again, to fall, to release any weight. Trusting that the rest of my body can hold and support me. Bringing the gentle stretch again down the spine, maybe in the legs. Do you notice the sensation of the hands on the floor? The warmth and the support, or maybe even the expansion and contraction of breath. And using this as a comfort to allow us to relax deeper for the next 3 breaths. So exhale, we're rolling up to the bottom of the spine to the top. I'm going to extend that left leg now, bringing that right leg in, giving it a nice cuddle, nice long spine. Notice the sensations of the hands touching, the arms on the legs and the legs on the body. And this 3-way touch and connection this support, this balance. And just stay with the breath, just noticing the expanding and contracting. As every inhale, the belly's moving towards the leg, and every exhale, the belly's moving towards yourself. Keeping that length in the spine, as the head is reaching up to higher things. As you exhale, we're going to twist the body over the right hand side, keeping those shoulders down, that right knee pointing up and that left leg straight. Either having the right hand even to support, or holding onto the elbows and feeling the touch. Keeping the shoulders down, moving away from the ears. And just feeling the parts of the body that are on the ground. The vast space that's being supported by the earth. Allowing the lower body to sink into these spaces and the upper body to lift. On your next exhale, we're going to come back round to the front again, allowing that right leg to now fall out. My right foot is resting above my knee. With an exhale, I'm just folding forwards towards my left leg. Allowing that head to drop heavy. My hands resting on either side of my leg, just feeling the groundedness and the balance that I'm creating for myself. Just feeling the feet on the floor. Feeling the support and the energy. Just staying with the breath. Feeling the expanding in the back as if our wings are growing. Ready to take flight. Allow that left leg to really sink into the floor. Trusting that our hands have got us for balance. And stay here for 3 more breaths. Exhale, rolling up from the bottom of the spine all the way to the top. Feeling both the knees in, finding length in the spine. We're going to open and close the mouth. So we're going to inhale, exhale, open the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more of these. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now you're going to imagine you're chewing something like chewing gum, something taffy or toffee, and really scrunch your face up. Imagine how hard it is to chew it and just keep moving the jaw. And while you're doing that, you may want to fall back into a boat position. Just feeling the groundedness of the sit bones, either rest in the hands, on our legs or on the floor. And we're going to keep chewing. And just staying here for a few breaths, still finding the length in the upper spine. As we exhale, we stop chewing and we fall forward with our feet in a cross-legged position. So I'm going to turn so you can see me. My heels are in line with the midline of my body. My hands are just resting on top of my legs and I'm lifting my spine up. Just doing a nice intentional deep breath as we're getting into a new pose. I'm just going to drag my hands on the floor around me, creating nice circles. Allow my head to follow with me. Just opening up the side of the spine. Hearing the sound with our hands on the floor or on the mat. Feel the sensation of the different textures we may be feeling. If you want, you may want to bring it up. So I'm just going to bend my elbows so I've got space. You can do this with your arms extended. Just twisting the spine again. Do 2 more of these on each side. And exhale, come back to center. Inhale, intentionally lift, and exhale, dropping that head chin to chest. Feeling the weightiness and the heaviness. Still feeling the length in the spine. Place your hands in front of you. Feeling the fingers spreading on the floor. As you exhale, the weight of the head is going to keep falling down towards the floor. You'll walk those hands slightly forward. Wherever feels comfortable. And then just walk on the spot with the hands. Feel the sensation of the floor or the mat. Noticing the texture of the surface. If there's any sounds. Noticing what part of the hand lifts first. What part comes down first. Imagine you moving through something sticky, like that toffee. Allowing a lightness when the hand is lifted. Listening to the sounds, feeling the sensations. And stay here for 3 more breaths. As you exhale, you're going to walk backwards. Till you come back to your chin being dropped. As you exhale, you're lifting your chin up. Upright position again, and gently fall over to the left hand side, and the right arm above us and lifting over, feeling the stretch inside of the body. The ear, my left ear is falling towards the floor. Any negativity is falling out of the side of my head. As I exhale, coming back to centre, I'm going to fall the other way now. My right ear is falling towards the floor. Any negativity is falling out as I feel the ears and the neck open. The hand is stretched above. So exhale, I'm coming back to centre. Gently swapping those legs the other way, cross-legged. Again, my heels are in line with the midline of my body. Inhale, finding the length. Exhale, dropping that head. Staying with that sensation of the head feeling heavy. Feeling the sit bones on the floor, through the feet and the legs. So you now place the hands on the floor in front of us again. Allowing the fingers to spread, feeling the surface that we're on. As we exhale, the head's falling heavier. We're walking forward again wherever feels comfortable. Whenever we get to where we are, we're just gently walking our hands on the spot. Noticing now the rhythm that we're creating, not needing to change it. Noticing if it's regular or irregular. Noticing the rhythm that we want to create. Noticing if we can hear it in our minds, but it's not coming out in our body, or vice versa. And maybe if you want to, you can even rest the hands down and create the rhythm with the fingertips. Or you can create the rhythm with this treading motion. Whatever you feel is right for you right now. rhythm to change if it wants to. Noticing the micro sounds that come with it, removing from the surface. I'm going to stay here for 3 more breaths. Exhale, walking the hands back in, keeping the head dropped. Feeling the length in the spine as the next exhale, we're lifting that head up. And find our way to all fours. Again, feeling the fingers spreading on the floor, the backs of the feet, we're engaging that belly button in towards the core. My hands are pushing away so my shoulders are down. Feeling alive and supported in this position. As I exhale, I'm just going to slide my right foot back, keeping my hands where they are. Resting my legs on my hips. And then folding myself down, resting my forehead on the floor. My hands reaching in front of me. Shoulders moving down towards the ground, finding the length in the spine. Sinking my body weight into the floor. Just feeling the natural breath, feeling it present in the hips, in the legs, in the shoulders. With your next exhale, you're going to prepare yourself to slide yourself back to all 4. Again, feeling the hands pushing down against the floor. Feeling the space, the strength, the groundedness and stability. Trusting that we can now relax again as we slide that left foot back. Bring the body towards the legs, sliding our hands forward, resting the head on the floor. Allowing ourselves to sink. Allowing ourselves to trust our groundedness, finding the length in the spine. Noticing our breath, how it's present in our hips, in our legs, in our glutes. Finding support from the floor. As we exhale, you're preparing yourself to come back to all 4s. Finding that sturdiness in the body as we're now going to sit back in a kneeling position. With an inhale, you're going to swoop your body forward, down towards the ground, up towards the sky. With an exhale from the sky, you're going to move down towards the ground. Curve the head towards you as you lift up. So we're doing a variation of the cat and cow. Then inhale, swooping down towards our hands, towards the floor, towards the sky. Exhale from the sky to the floor, to our hands, and up. Doing that again. Inhale, falling down towards our hands, towards the floor, towards the sky. Then exhale from the sky to the floor, to the hands, to upright. I'm going to do this a few more times. Inhale, folding down towards the hands, towards the floor, towards the sky. Exhale from the sky to the floor, to the hands, to upright. Again, inhale, falling to the hands, to the floor, to the sky. Exhale from the sky to the floor, to the hands, to upright. One more time. Inhale from the hands to the floor, to the sky. Exhale from the sky to the floor, to the hands, to upright. And again, we're going to come back to this lion's breath. So as we inhale, inhaling through our nose, and as we're exhaling now, Open up the mouth like we did previously, but now sticking out the tongue as well, just releasing any tension that's still left in that jaw. So we're going to do this together, ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more, allowing that tongue to really fall out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, as big as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Allow that sensation to pull you forward into all fours again. Taking the toes under. So you're going to lift up into downward dog. Ears in line with the elbows. Just going to gently shake the head in a no-like fashion. Feeling anything else that you want to release just falling out of the head into the floor. You're going to take 3 nice deep breaths here. Just feeling the hips lifting up to the sky, the head grounded on the earth. Feeling the belly expand and contract. Feeling the support of the fingers spread on the floor. And your next exhale, you're going to walk your hands back, bending the knees. We're in this ragdoll position. Allowing yourself to roll up from the bottom of the spine, all the way up to the top until the head's back up. And we're just going to walk forwards and backwards, like we did with the hands, noticing the rhythm and the parts of the foot that are in contact with the floor as we're starting to come back into our space. Noticing anything you see, hear, feel, smell, potentially taste on this journey. Opening up the feet. So we can come back to a standstill. Just feeling the weight again evenly between the heels and the feet and the toes. Feel yourself standing long, your head reaching up to the skies and your feet grounded. Shaking off anything else you need to as you come back.